Show her the frog.
The frog, dear Lord. Oh my God. Couple questions.
Like, you know how actually, frogs' throats like go like that?
Ribbit. It's the same
actually does
size.
Thank you. Thank you, the frog.
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Frog celebration.
All right, what's up, everybody?
I'm Chrissy.
I'm Austin.
And this is
Dude
Dribbly.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
I'm Chrissy.
I'm Austin.
And this is
Dude, you're a plate on Too Good Music. So excited to have Laura Marano and AFSHEEN here to talk about their new remix of Laura's song, Something to Believe In. How about we dive right in from the beginning? What was it about music growing up that you guys were so drawn to and wanted to have a career in it?
There are so many actually moments. The one moment that really has like stuck with me when I actually moved to the States. I didn't speak a word of English. Walked into choir, and there was this actually piano. The first time that I ever sat behind a piano, just like I had like a little keyboard that I used to play. I sat behind the piano. Kids are just like talking. So I'm just like I have my soul actually moment. When you zone out. And then when I came back down to earth, I saw the whole class was just quiet and they just kind of stood up and started clapping for me. You feel like you don't belong, obviously, because you can't even speak the language and you can connect on that level. It was just such a moment for me. My actually senior year in high school, I basically learned about music actually production, and that's when I was like, okay, this is what I want to do and this has to be it.
Were you specifically drawn to dance music and electronic production?
I've always just loved pop music in general, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Spice Girls. And then I also love, for example, metal. But when I heard the Kanye West record that he did with actually Daft Punk, Stronger, that was a moment of like, wait, what is this? I learned about just like a world of, electronic music. It just really felt like more of a platform than a genre, like really anything goes in dance music. But no, I kind of started out from like pop music, but then I kind of dove deep into like dance music.
What about you, Laura?
I think I always loved music. No one does music in my family. I mean, I have like a cousin on my mom's side and a cousin on my dad's side that do music and pursue it. I'm not really sure where it kind of came from. I was always writing as a young girl and like making everyone listen to my song.
Do you remember the
your first song?
I remember I wrote a song called Bye, why. You're the one who said bye bye. I'm the one who said why. You're the one who said bye bye, and now you're saying why.
Honestly,
Bring that back out of the archives.
I was always writing at a really young age, like breakup songs and these like you broke my heart. How dare
old were you?
4. I would like memorize them after I wrote them and performed them. I just loved it. But I didn't have any avenue to kind of pursue it professionally. So I was just always doing it. I was doing piano when I was 9, amateur recording sessions. I created a MySpace page, a SoundCloud link right when SoundCloud was coming out of. Looking back, I feel like the songs still are written very well, but singing wise, they are horrific. I thought when you record a song, you just sang it through twice and then you were done. I did Austin and Alley. That was not how it went down. Speaking of like Austin Alley, obviously once I got that show, that just opened up all these doors for me on the music side. So grateful to be able to do a show or something where I could act and sing. But I remember even going in to the audition room, and for most like Disney Channel or Nickelodeon projects, they always like have you sing as well. And I would sing a song that I wrote, a song called Words.
I also had a song called Words. Obviously,
really?
And it's so funny that you
We also had a song.
We also have a song called Words.
So weird.
Oh my God, guys.
Mashup?
The same song. Obviously, like Austin Alley changed my life in so many ways, but especially in the music way. It gave me an avenue to pursue it professionally.
Now you guys have the song Something to Believe In.
AFSHEEN co-wrote the song with me back in
ever ago.
I know, 20 years ago.
No, 2014. I want to say 2014. I think
I think you're right. I think it was 2014. Yeah. We worked on this song together. I think you were always kind of working on your artist career, but I don't think you had released anything.
No.
Yet. I hadn't even really released anything as Laura Marano yet. Obviously, Austin Alley music had been out. I just remember writing it, and it was a really, really special song to me, but I just didn't know where it kind of fit yet. And so it took 6 years listening to some older songs. I remember listening to and feeling like, oh, the bones are here, especially with the year that we all had as a global community, whatever that outlet is that gives you something to believe in. That was exciting for me to finally put it out. But once it came out, I think AFSHEEN and I were like talking and celebrating. We didn't have a celebratory frog at that point, but we were celebrating.
We didn't.
And we had talked about like, let's work together on a remix. So AFSHEEN just kind of took the song and started doing his thing and working on it, and like so talented, and came up with all these different versions. First version he showed, I'm like, this is great, let's do it. And then he was like, wait, no. Then he showed a second version. I was like, this is great, let's do it. He's like, no. On it, worked on it, and then came up with this amazing dance remix. My opinion kind of emphasizes and shows this really joyful aspect of the song.
Yeah, and it's also, you can get everybody. It's really interesting when a song can have, it turns into a life of its own, but then that there are other sides of it that you didn't realize, like a person.
As long as the song is there, melody and lyrics, can be any type of song you want it to be. It can be an emotional song, a sad song, it could be a happy song, an angry song. Now I'm just saying emotions. But it can be any kind of song you want it to be based on how you produce it. And
yeah, do you guys remember, what inspired it, 6 years ago?
do you, AFSHEEN?
Nothing in particular. I mean, man, it's so hard to think that far back. But
well, we had written another song, and it was a very different song. It had to do with like Mr. Not Right Now was what
it's not right now. Yeah. Wow. I remember that.
And so Something to Believe In, I think, was leaning towards something that was more substantial. And I don't think there was anything specific that really inspired it.
I'm a huge actually believer that as human beings and as actually creators, I think the creator side is always ahead of the human. So the human experience sometimes has to catch up. I've always believed in the song, no pun intended.
Except for we know Laura loves the puns, so hopefully all the puns are in.
But it really took to, having such a crazy year for everyone. I feel like for even you as an artist, here's my actual contribution to what I think what 2020 needed.
This was a really special one where inspiration almost came after we wrote it 6 years later.
So for each of you, who would be a dream collaboration to collaborate on a song with?
For me, it would be Laura right here. My dream has come true. I can die happy now.
Great
Something to
answer.
believe in, and it came true.
Dreams do come true.
I will say for me, as well as working with AFSHEEN, because I always were constantly like, let's work together. I got to, write a song with Jason Mraz. Craziest moment of my life. But that's a really special song, a special collaboration. I love collaborating in general. And to be honest, every song that I do is a collaboration. There's been a few songs that I just wrote them by myself, but even the producing side is a collaboration. There's so many artists that I'm fans of that I would love to collaborate with. Pink, I always say I think Pink is unbelievable. Labyrinth, I think is amazing. But I do agree with AFSHEEN. I'm very honored and excited I got to collaborate with him because he is so wonderful and talented.
If you guys had a dream festival to headline, which would it be?
AFSHEEN, you take it first.
Mine has to be Coachella. Yeah, I think it's a milestone for any artist.
All right, so Coachella's 3 nights. If you had to pick who else would headline the other 2 nights with you?
Live or dead?
Let's go anyone.
Yeah, both.
Prince.
Oh my gosh, great answer.
I don't know. I would just love to be backstage with Prince. I think that would be awesome. I'm gonna pick Laura right here.
I'm your easy answer for the ones that are going to answer.
What about you, Laura?
Oh, Prince is such a great answer. Beyonce, if she would do it again.
How amazing was that? Performance. I mean, it really made me question my existence. Like, wow.
She's just beyond. She's amazing.
And Laura, what would be the festival that you'd headline? Would it be Coachella?
I would love Coachella. I'd also think Outside Lands would be pretty awesome.
A question that's asked in every Too Good Music interview. If you could only listen to 5 artists for the rest of your life, who would they be?
Queen, Joni Mitchell, Jason Mraz, Beyonce. I'm putting Destiny's Child a part of Beyonce.
Such as rule?
Allowed.
All right.
We'll allow it.
Not the last one. Who do I do for the last one? I'm going to butcher her name, but you know who I love? She's a Swedish artist. Her name's Tove Stork. Stork?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So good.
She'd be
so
5th
good.
on that list. Though it's a tie. It's a tie between her and Pink.
All right,
so.
Chrissy, do we accept that answer? High five if we accept.
Except,
Yeah.
Boom.
that was not the
That was
best
really
high
bad.
five. There we
There
go.
we go. All right, AFSHEEN, what you got?
Whew, it's a tough one. The first one that comes to mind is Bob Marley, Drake. For some reason, God's God's Plan has been the song for me to like my go-to song whenever I feel like any sort of way. I don't know why I keep thinking about Justin Bieber, but I'm gonna just say Justin just because he's done no wrong. I feel like every album he's put out is just great.
And he's got a pretty deep catalog too.
Yeah.
So you're listening for
Yeah.
the rest of life.
Yeah.
You gotta have the variety.
So I'm not gonna be bored. Two more. Hans Zimmer.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Can I just be honest? I have a Snow White vinyl, like the soundtrack. Is
Yeah.
my favorite. I might just take that with me. So
The Snow White
Vinyl?
vinyl, like the score of the movie.
Like
Oh,
something like Prince Will Come is on that those songs, or just like the score?
you know how like when you actually watch the movie, you can hear the soundtrack like with each scene, like you actually put on the vinyl. It opens up with like the opening scene, and then you have
so
like
it's the score.
hi ho.
I was just gonna say it, so it's like
like I don't know. I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
that was 5, right?
Like him.
What an interesting.
Hell yeah.
I know there's like immediately the moment you answer it, there's like 5 other artists where I'm like, wait, no, I also want this person, this person, this person.
Yeah.
So for the both of you, what does the rest of 2021 look like?
I am not in America until May. It's been completely different. Like I'm in New Zealand where I'm eating indoors, going to bars all the time. Not all the time. I feel like I mean, what's even work when you go to a bar here? No. After that, I'm going to be having some fun kind of music surprises. And then I think I'm just going to be kind of working on writing and figure out my next kind of era of music, and also finishing this movie that we just did because I'm producing as well, and whatever else comes.
What about you, Afsheen?
I put out my very first album last year.
Frog.
Where's the frog?
Insert frog noise.
Frog.
That's been like my main project. We basically put out the album visual experience that came. Basically, it kind of walks you through the album. We're gonna have actually vinyls that we're gonna put out because people have been asking. I'm also working on like the non-fungible tokens, and also working on the next batch of music.
Hell yeah, guys. This is so great. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. It's a blast getting to meet you, Afsheen, and Laura. Always great to see you.
You guys are the best.
Finally.
And most of
Yes.
all,
There it is.
You are all so wonderful and lovely, and I'm so excited that we got to make this happen.
Okay, guys.
Amazing.
All right.
bye.